Unang-una yung petition diyan sa Korte Suprema. We're even surprised by this, no? Kasi for the longest time, the camp of Sara Duterte had been talking tough. Diba? Haharapin nila yung mga allegation sa trial. Now, nandiyan na yung trial. Pero here comes this petition questioning the designation of Chis Escudero as presiding officer. What do you think of this, of the timing, the move, and of course, the basis?
Well, I'm not surprised. No, we should not be surprised. Talagang every step of the way, they will try to block it. That is why, if you notice, even the senators, they decided not to open the BIR box, no? Yung majority. Of course, the minority, I think, would have loved to open it in the sense na it would have also given a chance for the allies of Sara Duterte to question it before the Supreme Court. So, yung sinasabi mo na ito, second day pa lang, nag-file na kagad, I think we should expect every step of the way, which would be unprecedented, no? Unlike nung panahon ni ERAP at saka panahon ni Chief Justice Corona, where more or less the political process was given leeway na walang nakikialam masyado going to the Supreme Court, except yung kay Chief Justice, doon din medyo nag-start na nagiging litigious yung ating mga political participants, mas tinitingnan nila na legal process ang impeachment. Doon medyo nagsimula. Ngayon talaga, over-judicialized, over-legalized na ang impeachment. That is why yung mga allies ni VP Sara, they are waiting for every move na meron lang silang pwedeng questionin, kahit hindi siya talaga dapat questionin, but they have a semblance of a basis, they will file a case.
Pero nga sa akin, no? So, the legalities aside, sa ordinaryong Pilipinong nag-observe nitong impeachment proceedings, teka muna, pwedeng ganito yung iniisip ng marami. Nasa level na ng proceedings, trial na. Eventually, they will have to present their own evidence. Ngayon kasi nagsimula ng presentation ng witnesses, 'di ba? Ng prosecution. Kung kayang sagutin yung mga tanong, kung wala naman tinatago, bakit pa kailangang questionin yan? Ba't hindi na lang sagutin squarely once and for all para sumabog sa mukha ng mga accusers ng Vice Presidente kung wala talagang kakwenta-kwenta yung mga akusasyon? Ikaw, anong tingin mo?
Tama yun, no? Pero ito, ako yung magiging devil's advocate. Siyempre, akala ng mga tao, magiging bias ako. Definitely bias ako against VP Sara. No? Pero ito nga yung counter perspective na gusto ko makita din ng ating mga viewers. More or less, yung mga manonood sa iyo naman, will agree with us. Pero ito nga, we have to look at the danger of the over-judicialization of the process because ang pinapakita ni na parang lumakas ako. Ang pinapakita ni na VP Sara at saka yung mga allies niya, ang emphasis nila, procedural, due process, which is technically similar din dun sa defense lawyers niya. So lahat ng nitty-gritty, although to us and to me, obviously, it looks pedantic, it looks trivial, na hindi naman siya ganun ka-importante. Itong presiding officer, legally, it's baseless na i-question on the basis of mali yung pag-elect kay Senator Chis Escudero, which I totally disagree with still, na siya yung presiding officer, but I think it's legal. Despite me, being suspended, outside of being a suspended lawyer, democratically, yung credibility ni Senator Chis, I disagree with that. But nakikita ko yung arguments ng majority bloc that they can legally do it. So even though I believe trivial yung issue na yan, it doesn't really matter into the substance and the heart of the impeachment. Ito na nga, nasimulan na ng ating pangalawang Pangulo yung both legal na propaganda and yung democratic na propaganda sa sarili niya na yung procedure on her part is very important kasi masyado daw siyang or napopolitika siya. That is why she has to insist on procedure. So, ang aking opinion dyan, both legally, non-legally, it's baseless, but politically, it is very convenient and useful for the Vice President. Sa atin naman, in a divided society, people who disagree with that will definitely find it ridiculous.
What do you think of this? Nag-appear yung Vice President on day 2 sa Senado. Nagbigay ng napakaikling pahayag, hindi tumanggap ng mga tanong, pangiti-ngiti, pero hindi nagpakita doon sa mismong trial. What does this tell you?
It's unprecedented, no? lahat ng mga dating ini-impeach, it's either they will totally not be present sa Senate unless and until they testify themselves, like si Chief Justice Corona. So this is unprecedented na parang sa akin ang dating niya, it's teasing. It's emphasizing and insisting on her power that I am the Vice President. I am a Sara Duterte, who is the leading candidate in 2028, supposedly, according to the surveys. So, if I want to go here, I can, yun yung message. But if I also don't want to appear, despite being here already in the Senate, nasa Senate na ako, ito yung gusto ko, mag-press con lang ng 2 sentences, pero ayoko mag-testify mamaya or ayoko mag-observe mamaya, I can do that. So, it's a brazen display of power. It's a mockery of the system kasi pinapakita niya kaya naman niyang umattend if she wanted, but ayaw niya. That's one. Second, yung purpose pala niya is to show in a press con without questions from the reporters, without accepting questions, and only giving 2 lines. Who does that? Parang talagang unprecedented. Walang ibang politiko who would also disrespect journalists in terms of organizing a press con, eating up their time. Valuable din ang time ng mga reporters, ng mga cameramen. Pero 2 lines lang, like what was that press con for? And then ito third, which is to be fair. So ito, this is dangerous to us, but very beneficial to her. That's why she did it. It's also a brazen attempt at propaganda. We have to already see na merong display of strength to bolster her own image na ito ako bagong gupit, malinis ako ngayon, I look fresh, I'm ready to face it, I'm ready to face a bloodbath, pero I will choose the battle on my own time because I'm the one in power, I'm the one in control. Parang yun yung dating. So it's a propaganda to show na even if technically she's under attack because siya yung ini-impeach, no? And she should feel besieged. Pinapakita niya, no, I'm very fresh. Yun yung dating sa akin, being fair din naman sa Vice President. Ang pinapakita niya, bagong gupit ako, fresh ako, cool ako, hindi ako unfazed ako sa impeachment.
Okay. Sa akin naman, Attorney Jess, medyo taliwas naman yung basa ko rin sa nangyari sa kanya, no? Although, very logical yung mga sinasabi mo, no? Pero I agree na, this is an attempt to seize the narrative. Ang dating naman sa akin ng pagsipot ng Vice Presidente, unang-unang tingin ko rin unplanned yon. Hindi naman siguro inisip na day 2 magpapakita ako. Now, the next question is, why did the Vice President feel compelled to show up in the Senate but not in the trial on just the second day? Ano kaya yon? Baka merong nangyari na sa tingin nila hindi maganda para sa kanyang kausa nung day 1. And this might be an attempt to seize the narrative, to try to regain control of the narrative, if at all she was in control of the narrative to begin with. And this was that attempt to seize that narrative but disguised as trolling para palabasin na hindi in control ako. Yung sinasabi mo, in my own terms. Ang sa akin naman, mas doon ako sa isa Parang merong hindi siya nakita na magandang panimula and that she had to take charge. Kumbaga, the principal had to show up and project strength.
I think both of what we said can be true kasi nga test of wills, test of power. So damage control indeed, no? Because kung kahapon they are trying to portray that they won on form, on parang polish, which I disagree with, no? But definitely sa substance, talong-talo ang pangalawang Pangulo kahapon. And by the way, the mere fact na natuloy ang impeachment trial kahapon means talo talaga ang pangalawang Pangulo because this is what she definitely does not want. Ayaw niya yung teleserye style na under a fishbowl, yung scrutiny nung kay ERAP, nung kay CJ Corona, ngayon ina-apply sa kanya. Araw-araw inaabangan, grabe, iba yung level of engagement. Kahit nag-migrate na to social media yung engagement ngayon, no, from traditional media, the level of attention and time being given by Filipinos, ordinary or people like us na talagang involved naman na, but the ordinary Filipinos, they are following this talaga heavily. So, talo siya doon because ayaw niya mangyari to begin with itong impeachment.